early morning on 17 June, and the BalticSTE2025 participants set off on a sightseeing tour of the Biržai region. It is going to be an exciting day. It has become a tradition that the second day of the symposium is devoted to sightseeing activities, for example, trips around Lithuania. Today we are leading to the fascinating and historic Biržai region. We will visit Biržai Castle, the Museum of Ancient Technology, the Ethnographic Museum, and other interesting sites. After about an hour and a half, we arrive at Astravas Manor and start the tour from there.
You know, it's a bit wet. Yeah. Quite sure. You know what? Our luggage is not arrived. Oh!
Name of the city, it's Biržai. And in Lithuanian language, this name means the place in the forest where the trees are cut. There's empty space in the woods. And it is related with the early history of this town and of this place, because Lithuania, thousands of years ago, were forests everywhere. So the first inhabitants, they cut the places in the forest and start to live here. A short discussion with the colleague from Latvia. Do we understand each other's languages? So some words sounds familiar for us, but we cannot understand. So that means that really we have the same roots, but now even the language is not understandable without the special learning, even though it sounds familiar. The oldest exhibit in this exhibition is this axe, and it is made of the deer, this part. Very interesting that you can hold it and touch it and just take and feel the weight of it. It was used for many daily basis to hunt the animals. Maybe somebody else wants to touch it. Biržai Duchy. At 16th century, very influential family, original family, they started to rule the town and many other properties in Lithuania, in Belarus, in Poland, because at 16th century we have the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the united country, the huge country with a million inhabitants, and the original family, Biržai, it was their like nest, their just their main property, which they valued a lot. In original time, they built the castle, and there's the private land, their duchy. It is interesting that the northern border with Latvia is the longest existed border in Lithuania, which do not change. From the 16th century, it was the river, and it was agreed that the border is the river, and it doesn't change for 500 years. It was always the river was border. In other parts, we have different periods. This part was always like this, and the reason is just the natural landscape. So here we can see the last stage of the castle, how it looked like before it was formed in the beginning of 18th century. The full complex, a lot of buildings around. You came through the bridge probably, yes?
Yeah.
So it was lifted bridge, you can up and down, yes. Also, we protect some remains of the gate building. It is nice gate building, of course, with the guard. If there is some guests, they go further. If there is just something with the letters, it has to stop, and their travel stops here. In the castle, the main purpose for the castle was the defense. And some of the people who are visiting Biržai, they are asking where was those nice gardens and some of the flower beds over here, but originally it is for defense. Even all those trees are not supposed to be here because it has to function properly, and each flower bed or tree, it distracts. So we have the main palace, like we are here. There are two parts. One part where we are now is for owners to live. There are where they eat, they have the bedrooms, they like their living part. And the second part where we have a library now, they have bigger rooms there because it was for balls, for guests to have the meetings, and many people can come and have the dances and music in other part. Many other buildings are for the soldiers because it was about 500 soldiers served here. They get their salaries. They were professionals, and there are places for horses, for food, for army to live, and to keep the guns, the gunpowder, and to keep that daily life of the army here, the comfortable. There is specific shape. It's the masterpiece of engineering of 17th century because we have the Middle Age Then at the Middle Age, the castles were protected by high stone walls. And now the era changed. The new invention appeared, the cannonballs, and the gunpowder. It was possible to demolish those stone walls very efficiently. So there is no point to have the high stone wall when you have the cannons. So there is a new invention, the first in this region. Then it is the Netherlands time of the fortification. Then they use the earth bastions. You can have cannonballs, you can have the attacks, but the earth itself, nothing can happen. You do not demolish those bastions. There's nothing what you can do. Another important thing that there's specific shape, not just the square. The specific shape is created in order to put more cannons on this bastion. So if you have just the square, you have less. And now you can have more and even form that very specific place when it is like cross area and you can bomb from two sides the one area. So that was also very advanced idea to make that specific shape and to protect the castle. It was called like it's not even possible to take this castle, and as I want to give a hint that it was not taken by gun, but it was taken by smart decision. And what has happened in the castle, how it was taken and how it was formed, I will explain in the arsenal because we have very nice presentation there. There's some
This is inside, of course. Yes, it's not supposed to be.
Chamber. These instruments.
It's all
summer is you can find another umbrella on the street. But then it's gone away.
At that time, and they had the great influence on Lithuania and Moldova. It was not the like one position. Some local noblemen supported was Sweden, and some of them they supported the Russian side. So then there is a peacetime. There are only 4 cannons in the castle, and the bells are ringing. That means the enemy is close. What is happening? So the women, children, and elder people, they go into the woods and they hide themselves. And castle. You can see they go to the arsenal, they get guns, and they listen what to do next. The other soldiers, they go and burn the city. Why did they do that? Because the enemies, they can use some food supplies, some wood, that they do not get anything from the town. They burned it down even before the enemies came.
I don't understand why they send women away if this one is so safe. Why they send women and children to the
Because
woods?
they use the food and the water, and that means if there are many people in the castle cannot stay for long because the food supply will go faster. So you are very humanistic, but it's 18th century and it doesn't work like this.
Humanism downgrade, hey?
Let's try.
Paolo versus Narendra.
No.
And be careful with
Maybe
your
I
glasses.
need glass.
My head is too big. Not my brain, my head.
Too big.
No. He's an expert.
Kuria kryptim važiuosim? Ten.
Were made for. Could you guess what these tools?
Aš leidžiu per rankas.
Formatai išlaikyti šitą.
Sakė formuoti kažką.
Ne.
No.
Su duonelės kepimu susijęta, kol duona dar laukuose.
It was connected with bread, still it was in the
Kol
field.
dar auga, jau beveik pasakiau.
Oh yes.
We know.
Čia yra lyžė.
Okay, in the oven.
I think.
Kaip užsienietiškai lyžė? Oven reiškia šiupelis, mentelė,
They use it for pizzas these days.
pizza. O mes
Cool. You will make by your hands just this kind of sodi tomorrow. At our school, you will have 1 hour for workshop. Jie rytoj darys pas mus sodas.
An hour, we need 2
su
hours.
angeliukų vaikių kampina, su laimės paukštėm navedžiam.
Oh, and what is it called?
Sodi, gardens. It's an orchard.
O šiaip sodai atspindi ir šviesą nuo žvakės,
Decoration.
Okay.
kad būtų šviesiau patalpoj.
I've still got the one hour.
And also they reflect light in order to have,
It's almost like a chandelier.
yes, to be light in the room.
Oh.
Dar labai noriu parodyti įdomią lempą, žibalinę, Šitą lempą yra su generatorium. O ir vat, nuo įkaitusio stiklo šiluma generuojama elektra ir laideliu teka į radio tašką.
Electrical power station at that time. Homemade.
Jos buvo brangios.
So expensive. Yeah.
Kerosene was kerosene, yes. And when it hits, it turns around and goes electricity through the wire. Aš teisingai sakau, sukas tas, ne? It makes electricity and it goes to the wire to radio.
Oh, to the radio. Okay, because of the heat. The heat will make it turn. Okay.
Labai radijos buvo atsparios trukdžiam, klausydavos Amerikos balsą.
And all radios were so, let's say, powerful, so strong, because it was possible to listen American radio, Freedom Radio.
Bet buvo pavojinga, nes galėjo iš Sibiro išvežti.
Yes, but it was dangerous because you can move in Siberia immediately.
Oh, the Russians.
Tai va užsidengdavo langus,
It was against the
pasidėdavo,
policy of that time.
o vienas dar saugodavo, kad netytų tas, kam nereikia.
Reikia ir kančios, kad suprasti gėrį, gerumą.
Bet nieko savo pradžioje suprantat nuo kančios.
Tai kaip dvigubai geriau po to.
Ai, nu nebent, jo. O, eina, verta. Garažių.
Nu, kalvės pagrindinė paskirtis arkliam kasai gamindavo, ar ne? Pasakas. Įveždavo, taip. O kas
This is dry and alus miežienė. Teisingai? And for cream beer they use.
Vincentai, čia turbūt bilietas, ne, yra įėjimo.
Is it okay, Paola?
Oh, it's okay. Everything in order. Okay?
Is it interesting for you?
Huh?
Is it interesting for you?
Very interesting. But one question. These are original car restored?
Generally, yes.
Generally.
All these models are working models
Okay.
here inside. Yeah.
Okay. General, they are restored.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all they are replica, no? Replica of,
No, original.
Original. but all we can see new brand.
New. This is new. Yeah. And Paolo, you see in front of you Trabant from East Germany.
From East Germany.
Trabant.
From East Germany.
Yeah.
Trabant.
Trabant. It was. This is Lada Zhiguli.
This is similar to Italy. This is similar to Fiat.
Here Russians copied and paste.
Yeah, exactly. It's a copy. It's a copy.
Okay, this is very impressive. because I can see the history and many of the things that us in the Western world we saw from documentaries and newspaper, I can see now almost live. Very, very fascinating museum.
This museum is really exciting because usually, as I know in museum, I saw more or less the Western type of car, old-timer, but here is really the history of West technology development, and it's really something very, very interesting.
So this afternoon we're in this museum, and it's an automobile museum, but it's also a toy museum as well, and games. And I'm amazed at the condition of all the cars that are here, and what a spread, what a variety. Wow. We really have to appreciate the cars that we had then. And I must say that our developments today are really an advancement on what we had, but at the same time, in the 1920s and 30s, wow, we really had fantastic resources. Thank you.
What I need to say.
About museum.
About museum. It is. It's very nice, and I see a lot of things that I grew up with because my parents kept them from their childhood. So I.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know why they do it. Aeroflot.
Also in Slovenia we must learn Cyrillic.
In Greek, when we see something written in Russian, you can pronounce some words because they have the same letters instead of some of only the E is good.
Oi! Wow! Woohoo! Ah!
This is only for smart people.
I'm smart, very smart. Woo. Ah. Woohoo!
Slindakule, please. Only some steps left, only few.
this was a wonderful, wonderful day, full of impressions, both coming from the history of Lithuania and Biržai and Šiauliai area, which also reminded of the very close relation that we Latvians have with Lithuanians, looking at ornaments, at jewelry, at pottery and other things, and the nature. The day today was sunny, warm, and thrilling, and full of new impressions, especially the tower that we walked, which not everyone managed, but I did, and I feel very proud of it, as well as the nature trails. So it shows that Lithuanians have put very, very much thought how to make nature people friendly. So yeah, only congratulations to Lithuanians.
Yes. I think Sandra said all, but I am saying about the leader of this team, and it was a very nice day, and I enjoy cooperation with others.
Is it safe to stand here?
Yes, yes.
Don't go down, there are too many mosquitoes.
Too many mosquitoes.
Now you can see the India. Yes.
Africa.
South Africa.
Come.